something that is a little bit central of what you're saying, or at least what I'm getting from it, is the whole thought of conversations. Well, there's no such thing. I mean, if your heart is in the right place and your intentions are good, there's almost no such thing as a bad conversation. The only bad conversation is the one that you didn't have. And so it's one of those where, like, for some people, playing safe might mean that they're not telling someone they love that they love them.
Yes.
Just say, I love you, and just see what happens. It might freak them out, might freak you out, but you know what? It's a conversation starter that's real, you know?
When I first went to do personal growth work, which freaked me out because they all wore name tags and they smiled way too much. It freaked me out. And I realized doing it that I'd never told my mother that I loved her.
Mm.
And I was 27, 28 at the time. And the idea of saying that I had a whole lifetime of not saying it. And they didn't say it to me. We just didn't say that in our family.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to practice deliberate discomfort. And it was terrifying, Michael. I called her up internationally, called her up and I said, look, there's something I've never told you. And I just want you to know, I love you. And she said, oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So that was super awkward,
Yeah.
but you never know where it's going to go, because 2 weeks later, I was talking to her about something else and she said, oh, I wish you wouldn't keep uncovering these stones. I said, what do you mean? What stone did I uncover? She said, well, after you told me you loved me, I realized I'd never told my mother.
Oh, wow.
So when I drove the 5 hours to go and visit her this week, I decided I'm going to tell her. And the first day I thought, oh, it's too early. We're just getting reacquainted. And the second day I thought, oh, the right moment hasn't come up. It'll come. And the third day she thought, oh, she knows. She knows. I don't have to tell her. And so she ended up hugging her mother goodbye, walking back to the car, turned on the engine, and she said to herself, Robin, if you don't do it now, you may never get to do it. She's 83 years old. So she turned off the engine, walked back up the driveway and said, there's something I forgot to tell you. I love you. So we never, ever know where it's going to lead, where it's going to ripple out, if we're willing to be courageous and live our own life.
I'm telling you. I mean, I have chills right now, David.